doing? Mandus Bucka here at Midwest Muscle Report. We are at USA Gym, Sunday, July 3rd. Wings of Strength just got finished, and we are sitting here with Coty Losee. Coty, what's up, big man?
How you doing, man?
I'm fantastic. How about you?
I'm great.
Now, you got to be riding high because your wife just had one heck of a sensational run.
Yes, she did.
Finishing up yesterday or the day before with her pro debut, finishing 5th.
Yeah. Truly incredible. I mean, really don't have words to say how proud I am of her.
I can only imagine. Now, you guys are one of the rare couples who make it work. You know, let's be honest, it's tough to date or be couples in this industry. It's kind of a hit and miss, fly by the night. You know, it's a very selfish sport. The two of you seem to not only make it work, but make it work well.
Yeah, I mean, that's true, I think, but we actually thrive on the competition and being there with each other. I mean, a lot of people always ask, how do you guys get through contest prep? You got to be at each other's throats. And really, I mean, she picks me up when I'm down and vice versa, and we hold each other accountable. So,
right. I
mean, really, I think we thrive on each other's success almost. I mean, I think I'm more nervous than she is when she's competing.
Yeah. I know the feeling, being in a very similar situation. Well, let's talk about you a little bit. You had a pretty crazy run this year yourself.
It was a good.
How many shows?
We did 5 in 7 weeks.
Now, you're a big man. You're a super heavyweight bodybuilder. 5 shows in 7 weeks. How did you keep sanity? How were you able to adjust to week, water depletion, carb loading?
Well, first, I don't think I kept sanity. We'll just start that off. No, actually, it really wasn't bad. I mean, I started with Illinois State back in May, and then I had about a 2-week period between that and Indiana State.
Okay.
Indiana State was just, my original plan was Illinois and then Junior Nats. Indiana was just kind of thrown in there because I really wanted to do that show. I'm from Indiana, wanted to do my home state show. I was in shape, so I thought, why not? Let's do it. So we jumped in there. I did end up switching coaches during that time period, and we wanted to do a test run the next week with my new coach, Shane, to have him work with me before Junior Nats. Okay. And so we did the Indianapolis, and then the following week was Junior Nationals. And then last weekend, I did Northern Indiana and won the overall there. That's my hometown of South Bend. Okay. So I had clients competing there. I was going anyway. I said, let's have one more run before the season's over, and we'll go back to my hometown and we'll do the show. So we did that, and we ended the season on an overall victory. So
that had to feel good.
Felt great. Felt great.
Yeah. Now, you're a tall athlete.
Yep.
And you're always gonna have that struggle and that battle of bringing in enough size while maintaining good shape.
Right.
What's your game plan, and how are you really trying to attack that so you can do both?
I was extremely happy with the package I brought to Junior Nats. I ended up in first call-outs in the supers, great class. The critique was more thickness in my back.
Yeah.
The width was good, but thickness, overall 3-dimensional look, I need to add to that. So back to the lab starting tomorrow, and we're going to start working on some more deep thickness and a lot more rows, deads. We're just going to start adding more size overall, but really focusing on back training this off season.
Okay.
Shane's got our off-season plan ready to roll. I've got it ready to go tomorrow morning.
Wow,
so
good.
4th of July, we're going to be back at the gym and back to work.
Yeah. Okay. What are your plans moving forward besides this off season? Have you guys already targeted something for next year? Or are you just going to see how this off season goes?
Well, my plan. I mean, Ashley, she has her plan for a pro show. I think she's already picked one out. My off season, we're just going to kind of play it by ear and see where we're at. I'm not rushing anything. I mean, there's no point to go jump on stage again to be told I need to get a little bit bigger.
Right.
So we're going to take the rest of this year. I'd like to aim for either Junior USAs or Junior Nats next year.
Sounds like a smart plan.
So we'll look at that. Probably go straight to one of those, not mess around with the local show next year. See how I stand, and then we'll make a game plan from that.
Okay. Now, again, you're another guy from the Midwest. You talked to your wife earlier about this huge surge that's been going on in the Midwest. I'd like to say there's been 10 to 12 pro cards that have come back home in the Midwest in the last 2 junior shows.
Right.
I believe there's a few more. I didn't get the totals from Team U, but I want to say there's going to be another handful coming back. What do you think's been going on here that's really all of a sudden solidified us as a force to be reckoned with?
I think that finally the Midwest has gotten into the industry. I mean, the industry's so booming right now all over. Like, I mean, these shows have so many competitors. I think that the Midwest has finally caught up with that, and we have really good athletes here.
Absolutely.
They just haven't been showing their potential. So, and we've also got, like, we have a bunch of really good athletes in Indiana that never went national. They just kind of stayed in that local circuit. They'd come, they'd win shows, they'd win classes, but never really take that next step. And I think a lot more quality people are taking that next step, and they're going and they're bringing home pro cards.
Right.
I think the new divisions help a lot too.
Yeah.
Like Classic Physique is going to help a lot of athletes that were kind of in-betweeners.
Okay.
So I think adding a new category and top 2 getting pro cards are bringing a lot more home too.
Right. Now, that's a question that you might have been asked, as we can see he has been, and I'm curious, because of your height, but also because of the fact that you have shape, and knowing that those weights are going to continue to increase next year, and not only that, but they also jump up 5 to 7 pounds from NPC to the IFBB level, because, I mean, let's face it, you see some of the guys on the IFBB stage in Classic Physique.
Oh yeah.
They're not small.
No.
And a lot of them are ex-bodybuilders that are coming down. That's who's doing well. Is that something that you've possibly contemplated, or are you absolutely no way, hands down, bodybuilding, end of conversation?
I will not go on record saying absolutely never, but I will say I've been asked a couple times by judges and a couple other competitors if I've thought about it. Have I thought about it? No. Like, I'm a bodybuilder at heart, so if I ever get a pro card, I want to get it as a bodybuilder. Not saying that down the road in the IFBB I might not go classic, but right now it's bodybuilding.
Okay.
We're going back to work as a bodybuilder. I'm
Right.
going to train like a bodybuilder. I will be competing in 2017 as a bodybuilder.
I guess you have our answer. Now, let's talk about that for a second, because I think there's a misconception for a lot of people saying, well, Classic Physique, you're really a hybrid of men's physique and bodybuilding.
I disagree.
A throwback of a Classic Physique is simply a shapely, downsized bodybuilder. And again, last night, we saw one of the greater bodybuilders from the last era win again and pushed hard by a bodybuilder who turned pro as a heavyweight just 2 years ago, Ko, another guy here from the Midwest, by the way. And both of them were big, they were hard, they were conditioned, they were thick. So Classic Physique is not a slightly larger men's physique athlete.
No, and I don't think it's a downgrade from bodybuilding either. I mean, and honestly, I don't really think physique is a downgrade, because those pro physique guys, those are some in-shape big guys too.
We're bringing some size
So,
now,
I
right?
mean, I don't really think that there's really a downgrade. I think every class has its athletes, and they train for that reason. So yeah, no disrespect to Classic Physique at all. I've always been a bodybuilder, and that's where my heart lies. So for right now, that's where we're gonna stay.
You got it. Well, you got it there first, guys. Again, we do get to catch up with you quite often, being that we're neighbors. You had a great run. Your wife had a great run. We've had a couple training videos with you guys on, so we appreciate it.
Absolutely.
We appreciate the support. We hope to see you again soon. We'd like to catch up with you in your off season.
Yeah, for sure. We'd love to.
Yep. Sounds good. Well, it was good catching up with you again.
Yes, thank you guys.
Absolutely. Until next time, guys, Mandus Bucka here from Midwest Muscle Report, signing off.